Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Trends. I'm Silverbacked, and in this video today I'm just going to go through and show exactly. I did set up some limit buy orders on large pumps. I had did one yesterday with Solana. I got a couple filled. I'm talking about like small, $5, 50x leverage trades, but there's just a bit of fun. So this is not a major strategy or anything you could follow, but I can just say between BNB has pumped outside the rest of the market, just all on its own in the last 24 hours, and we just closed the daily candle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and set up some limit orders just below the area. This map's 5.3% down from where the area is that it just came from, and pumped from up until today's price of almost 620. You can see it's actually coming back a little bit now. So I'll probably put a you can basically the cost value of like $5 or something like that, just for a bit of fun. And then what I'll do is I'll space it down to sort of like where I can see the support levels are here, all through this area here. So obviously if it goes below that, then obviously it'll negate exactly what I think the total area is that it might retrace. But I think it will retrace. So that's the premise of exactly what my thesis is today. Just putting like little $5 little buys and just filling it up. Now basically on some of your different platforms, this is called grid. You can set up like a grid. So this is basically a long bot grid sort of setup that you can do yourself in 2 seconds flat. As you can see here, like I've set up a complete grid here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put a little bit more. So if they do get filled, I don't think it'll get filled. This is the whole point. I'm basically my bias here is that I think it'll go. I'm long. I might not be getting any of these filled. But if it does sort of retrace back after a big move, which is usually what generally happens. It has a bit of a rest, comes back. It might fill nothing, or it might fill 1 or 2. On Solana, I had this set up yesterday where it actually filled 2 levels. So I got about $9 or $10 on a trade that's like 50x. And my only risk was, obviously if they all got filled and it continued down. But I just don't see that happening. If you look at, if you have a look at Solana, I'll start off with BNB because we're talking about BNB. So it's BNB on the 1 day. Let's go to the 1 day chart. So obviously we've broken out. So we're broken out of a short. On the weekly, you can see it is still in the short sort of area, but there is a gap to close in my mind. From where it broke down from this area here and started to look bearish, we're actually starting to recover back to probably this area here. So I would say that there's the potential for a 5%, another 5% move up before we're actually back to the mean, what I call the mean. If I go to the daily and bring up the chart here, you can sort of see it sort of makes sense. There's this level I've actually just marked in here before. There's some gap to be able to be filled here. Now I don't think it's going to go straight up to there because we've just had a massive move, but that's a definitely strong move. So I think it's going to be backed up by a bit of a retracement, so maybe back to 602. And then it'll probably this massive candle here will probably has enough room to continue up and fill in this area here a little bit. And if we end up going above and then retesting and going higher, if this was the bottom, obviously you're getting it at some nice levels. And then obviously we'll see once this actually comes down and see what gets filled, or if it continues up, we don't have any orders. And then if it comes down and goes into our levels and fills up a couple of our orders, I'm expecting sort of like this sort of level here that I've marked here is exactly the 24-hour period of where we were only 24 hours ago. So if you look at the 1 day, you can see that whole candle is basically is basically right there. So yeah, so I just wanted to just basically share this quick video to let you know what I'm thinking. Again, I'm not filled yet. So again, and the best way to trade on these exchanges is actually not to do market orders and wait for the actual price action to come to you. Just let this, I mean, you get these moves like this, you know, what if a big spike comes down here just before they send it higher? It's something that happens quite often. It's something that market makers do, not the exchanges, but the market makers do in order to get themselves filled before they send the price higher. Again, we don't know which way the price is going to go. I'm just saying that the potential is room for it to be able to come back a little bit before going higher. But I think it's actually you know, on the daily chart, it is in a downtrend still technically, but you know, we're just about to, with this massive move, we're about to flip to a buy signal. Probably between today, I mean, we just closed another day. It's by tomorrow. If we continue up, it'll be actually onwards and upwards, and this could have been the bottom. And you can see there's a double bottom there. So yeah, so this is now I'm in a daily chart. This is where the market makers and institutions are. You know, they're smashing you down to there and liquidating you and getting themselves filled. These guys here, because don't forget, when you're long and you get liquidated, you know, that's where the larger players get filled. These market makers, look at it across here, bang, 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 bang. These are all massive liquidation events. So again, I'm in a daily time frame, so it's fairly high time frame to be able to do this. So yeah, going back into the 1 hour, you can sort of see where it's going here. You know, that's absolutely massive move. So I think yeah, a little bit of a retracement is, you know, warranted. Maybe get one position or maybe two positions filled like I did yesterday, just on the chance. But I'm ready for the opportunity if it happens. So that's basically just all I wanted to cover today, guys. And yeah, obviously I'm using Bitunix as my exchange. I mean, they're just so easy to use. I mean, you can see here, this is the Solana one I did yesterday. It's a very similar setup. So, you know, I've still got it all set up there. There's no stop loss. But then I've got an isolated trade, so that you can go isolated or cross. So just make sure you do isolated. And I've actually just, each one of these is worth $5. That's it. Nothing more. And I can now, if the Solana one goes up, great. I'm making. I've already made double my money. Like it's about 100% on that $10. You know, that's good value. Like I put up $10 down. I made $10. It's only been 24 hours. So my outlay is very small. I'm controlling my risk by keeping my position size very small. You know, obviously, yes, this can go right against me, but again, I'm sizing this up by what's happening on a daily scale, not a 1 hour scale. So there's a lot of videos you'll find out about, you know, 15-minute strategies, you know, scalping the market, and you know, I can tell you now, unless you want a job trading and looking at charts all day, you know, you don't want to get into that sort of stuff, because it literally is a job. And if you've already got a job and you can't spend that much time on these charts, you know, you want something that's like sort of like doable. Like I can now I've set this up. Let's have a look here. Let's go to BNB again. BNB. So like I've set this all up now. I can actually walk away, because my risk is like 5 times the amount of how many orders I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. 9 times $5. You know, that's nothing. So, if you're worried about $45, my risk is spread $45 across all this area here, and we'd have to revert back the whole 24-hour gain we just made. And then reverse and then go down. Alright, now as I said, I mentioned before, the gain that we've had is actually outpaced the market. So there's no reason for it to have gone up. There's a couple Doge and Link have gone up 2%, and BNB have gone up 5%. So yeah, of course I am speculating, but you know, there's some good data there, you know. So, and guess what? I'm not even in a trade unless my theory proves out successfully that we revert back down. So why would we pump right up and then revert back down and then continue down? It doesn't make sense. And again, you know, like, as I said, in the 1 hour time frames, we've got a clear up signal. It would take. I mean, just visually looking at this, you know, there's downs, there's ups, there's downs, but generally, you can see what's happening here. So, and now the only thing is, I will warn you is that we are, because I work in weekly charts as well as some of our reporting. So we're below the EMA. And we're just coming up to test it on the weekly, but we are coming up to test it, you know, a little bit further, and then basically we'll be above, or a bigger engulfing candle. This candle will engulf the size of this red candle on the weekly, and then we're off and away. And this is the sort of pump that we're actually hoping for. Everyone's hoping for, not guaranteed, but we're starting to get there. But along the way, I think this is going to get some volatility before it continues up. So this candle finishes, by the way, tomorrow. So just to let you know. So hopefully that was insightful for you. If you want to get some some into the like the 1 hour time frames and all that sort of discussion, some of the things I'm posting in there, like this sort of content, you know, I'll do little trades here and there, and I'll just sort of share some of the insights extra, and also you know, have conversation threads in my private community if you wanted to get to the paid side of things. But otherwise, just enjoy the information and the data, use it how you want, and happy trading. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you need any links to anything, it's all down below, to the Substack, to the private group, and also to the exchanges that I use and recommend. And there is some bonuses also that you'll qualify for too there with Bitunix, and also with deposits. And for my weekly viewers to my vlog, there'll be one out tomorrow. So this will be a full week wrap up, and it'll be a new format. I'm going to be actually incorporating some of these EMAs in the weekly, and you're actually going to get some more. I'm going to combine the daily and the weekly a little bit. And I'll just reserve my nuanced discussions and chat threads to my private community, but basically everyone will get all this data moving forward. And as far as the regularity of when I bring out a video, it'll be when there's something to report. Obviously I'm watching these trends daily, and even in the 1 day, the 1 day chart, I'll be reporting on, you know, I mean, if I got weekly report people, and then basically I'm holding on to positions for this amount of time, 18 days, that's more than a week. So there'll be shorter ones here, like three days and stuff like that. The weekly guys will get, but they'll, you know, I'll be just telling them of the actual smooth change in the Heikin-Ashi, and also this will give us stop loss levels as well if you guys want to trade spot. You know, all this will be really relevant to you. So you can choose your own adventure, choose your own leverage, or zero leverage on all my videos going forward. So that's the idea behind it, and then I can basically put out more content that more people can see more often. And then again, as I said, if you want some more nuanced conversation, or talk to me directly, or ask any questions about the platforms I use, then obviously the private chat is there. And enjoy. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you.